the Pirates of the Caribbean, our first guest has become one of the hottest young movie stars on the planet. His latest movie, Haven, opens this Friday. Please welcome for the very first time, Orlando Bloom. I'm so happy that you're here. It's taken you a long time to get here.
I know. How long has it been?
It's been 3 years, and we've been asking for you, but you're always doing a movie.
I know.
You're always
I've been
gone.
very fortunate.
Yeah.
Working away.
And congratulations, the Pirates just $1 billion. Pirates of the Caribbean. How much of that is yours?
Oh, not enough.
Do they thank you and just call you and go, listen,
I got a great bottle from Jerry. He said, that Jerry Brockheimer, the producer, sent me a bottle of very expensive champagne, and he said, and there was just a little note saying, here's the toast when it passes the $1 billion mark, which is kind of cool, isn't it? Sort of thing you want to frame and have in the toilet.
Right. Well, I'd say I'd like something more than a bottle of champagne for crossing $1 billion. They should say thank you. That's a lot more than we thought. Yeah. How's about a house, Jerry? We'll get you a house because you deserve one. No. You really do. Because you probably don't have a house. You're traveling all the time.
I am. I'm actually doing construction on my house in London. I don't have a place here yet, but I sort of keep coming and going and staying at hotels. But I have a place in London that I'm doing construction on.
And how long is that going to take? Or do they tell you it's going to take?
Well, they said it was going to take 4 months, and we're into 7 already, so we'll see.
So it's the same. No matter where you live, it's universal. Contractors are all the same no matter where you are.
It is, isn't it?
Euros and dollars are different, but contractors are exactly the same.
Absolutely.
But you are on the road, so you're doing. Did you just finish the 3rd installment of the next?
I'm here for the next couple of months, just finishing that off. The 3rd one, which is really exciting. So.
Yeah. So, and how many will you do then?
You know, as far as I'm aware, that'll be that. You know, I mean, everyone loves doing it, obviously, and you know, it's just made $1 billion. So who knows? Maybe they'll be like, let's rack out some more. But I mean, Will's a great character for me to play. He's fun, and Johnny's awesome, and everyone knows each other. We all get along. It's a pirate movie, you know. It's like, hey, let's go. So
that's what you dream of when you you're asked what you want to do when you grow up. Usually, you say you want to be a pirate.
Yeah. I've been living all my dreams. I've been a pirate, a soldier, a knight, a prince. I've done it all. It's been amazing. That was why I wanted to be an actor, to live my dreams, and I've been doing it. So it's been amazing.
This is incredible what you've done to yourself. This is not even, you know, movies that you've done. You know, you do these action. You broke your back and you were almost paralyzed. How'd you break your back?
I fell 3 floors. I was trying to get.
How old were you?
21.
What were you doing?
Well, some friends of mine had a roof terrace, and it was on the landing below their apartment, and I was like trying to. The door was warped by the weather. It'd either be kicked open from the outside in, and I could see it. And it was like 1.5 meters away. I could have jumped, but instead, I got onto this piece of metal, which wasn't very safe and silly thing to do, and I fell back 3 floors. So. You
fell backwards 3 floors?
I did, yeah.
What's
Between
that
some
feeling?
iron railings and it's very, very scary.
As you're looking that way and it's getting further away. What's...
You know, it's funny. I sort of blanked out, I think, because I woke up, I came around, and I just couldn't move anything, and for about 4 or 5 days, they didn't think I would walk again. And then they had, you know, I mean, we have national health in England, so I pay my taxes with the greatest of joy to that country because, you know, I had the doctors just took great care of me. They fixed me up, and, you know.
All right, so then you fall off a roof and you break your back.
Yeah.
You step on a sea urchin in Mexico, and you had 2 operations to get the spikes out?
Yeah, has anyone ever stood on a sea urchin? Because it's the most painful thing in the world ever.
Anybody stepping on a sea urchin?
Anybody?
Wow.
Yes, there you go, you see.
Actually, 2 people have.
How much does that hurt? That really hurts. It's like you can't... The spines stick in your foot, and when you try and pull them out, they break off. You know, there's some myth that you're supposed to pee on it. I had a couple of people pee on my foot. It didn't do anything.
I have too, but I didn't have a sea urchin in my foot.
Okay.
So, that's what I've heard. If you pee on something, it actually takes away the pain or something?
So. Yeah, apparently so.
But it did it?
No.
No.
It's supposed to be the same with jellyfish as well. I don't know.
All right, I'm not going to stop with each story, but you broke a rib, you broke both legs,
Yeah.
You broke your nose, you broke your arm, you broke your wrist, you broke your finger, you broke a toe, and you cracked your skull 3 times. You fell off a kitchen stool as a child. Another time, your mom accidentally knocked your head against a tree. What?
I know. She was picking up wood in the garden, and I was on her back, and she bent down, and I got it in the back of the head, you know?
Oh, no. She must have felt so bad.
Well, she was in out of hospital. So I was in out of hospital so many times as a kid that I think they called her up and said, "Do you love your son, Mrs.
Yeah. Well, and you'd never know to look at you that you've hurt yourself in any way. Whatever you did, you fixed yourself up real nice. All right, we have a surprise for you. We'll be right back after this. There's something on your life list. Back with Orlando Bloom. All right, so your new movie is not only are you in it, you also executive produced. Haven is the name of it, right?
Yeah.
And tell everybody what that's about.
Haven is a very small movie that I did in amongst all those big ones, which and I'm very, very fond of it. I met this young director. He was 24 at the time, and he wrote. I saw his short first of all, which was this thing called Swallow, and it was in 20 minutes. It felt like you were watching a full-length feature. It was so emotionally impactful, and he wrote this sort of treatment script idea. And initially, I was like, yeah, it's great, but the character that he wanted me for wasn't kind of what I was looking for. But there was the character of Shy, who I ended up playing, was written for a young Canadian kid, about 16, and I said, that's a cool character, and it's going to be a great movie. He said, well, let me just tweak around with it. 24 hours later, or something like that, he came back with, like, a great script with the character written for me, but not, like, in a sort of star vehicle way, you know, in a way that was really organic. It made the kind of central sort of piece of the movie, which was my character and this girl, sort of feel like a Romeo and Juliet love story. It's basically, in a nutshell, I'm a kid from the wrong side of the tracks in love with a rich black girl, and the father, it's a class sort of thing as opposed to a race thing. The father was like, you know, I've worked for this piece of land on this island, and I'm not having some scrubby little dockhand come in and take my beautiful prized daughter away.
Yeah,
you know what
she's
I mean?
really good too. What's her name?
Zoe Saldana. She's fantastic.
Really good. What clip are we going to see?
I think we're seeing a clip now with me and Kima, who's my best buddy friend, and something horrific happens to my character in the movie. Because the love.
Don't give it away.
Okay. Well, something really scary happens, and I get physically scarred. Anyhow, there's a clip now where my little friend has sort of, he was supposed to be kind of helping me, kind of take the girl's first night of womanhood. He was supposed to be keeping an eye out for the older brother and the father to come back, and he didn't, and so it all turns into rubbish. So.
Yeah, you get in trouble.
There you go. It's
all right. Take a look.
I'll catch you later, yeah?
Gretchen, you can't just expect to just drop out of the world, man. It's just looks. You're still the same person. You're my dog.
It's just looks. You want to try walking around like this?
Yeah.
Ooh. Bit of intense